really stood out? What was it about your team?
Well, I mean, I think we're moving in the right direction. For first scrimmage, I think we did some good things. Overall, I want to see big improvement in open field tackling and pursuit. That was our first real game situation and those sorts of things. So I want to see. Generally, the first one is usually you're a little bit sloppy in the tackling because you don't tackle live. We do a lot of thud and that type of stuff until the situation. So that's something that has to improve here before the next scrimmage. And overall, everybody's finish. We're constantly talking about finish and your finish grade and understanding the type of effort to the ball that we need. Those are the real two things that I'm looking to improve. There was a lot of things that showed up that were good, that I liked by guys, but for us to go, where we want to go, those are the two things that I feel like we need to improve on.
I guess you can finally talk about some of the new additions now. With Gilbert, a guy who's been so productive as a starter in a Big Ten program, do you look at him as someone who can come in and play a lot for you, or more of a situational guy?
Well, it's all going to be determined by what we see. I try, again, we're obviously excited about his, experience and what he has and brings to the table, and we think he can help us. So we'll just go on a day-by-day basis.
But you haven't seen him live yet, right?
No, we have not. So I just kind of go by what I see. I don't try to have any formed opinions. And obviously, we're excited about whatever we saw to bring him here and go from there.
He's had a lot of injury problems, obviously, in his foot. That's what even he said.
Yeah.
And so people thought his career was over. Is he fine now, 100%?
Well, again, that's what coaches talk about and the medical people to deal with. But obviously, our intent of bringing him in here was that he'd be healthy for us and be able to help us.
Everybody, all the players would say that the defensive line is better than it was last year. What's your assessment of them so far?
I do. I think we're stronger at the point of attack. I think with a couple of these guys on the field today, I think it's going to give us the depth. It's going to give us a little more depth, let us be deeper, and it's going to give us a little more competition. And that's really, I think, what we need there. We need to continue to have a lot of tough competition. And I think we need to have guys competing against one another daily. I think that brings out the best in any position on the team, whether it's offense, defense, special teams. When you have competition and you have guys pushing one another, they all get better, and that's the best way to improve the team.
Who's made it? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Where's Olsen Pierre been playing mostly?
Olsen Pierre's been playing, defensive tackle for us, and he's had a really good camp. He's playing hard. He's playing strong at the point of attack. He improved in the spring. I think he improved the second half of last year, first off, and then he improved in the spring, and now he's continuing to improve in training camp. So I've been pleased with Olsen.
Who's made a big jump as a pass rusher so far? Anybody?
Well, I think we're starting to see some guys that are showing up. I think McCord's continuing to improve. I think he showed. I think you guys know he did some good things last year as a pass rusher. Quan Muhammad is coming here and showing that he has a pass rushing ability, which is great. It helped us. We'll see what we can get out of the next few guys. But those are the two that stand out: McCord and Muhammad. We got another group of guys here. Hopefully, that can help in that area.
Well, Crawford and Howard at cornerback, both sophomores. How much progress or advance are they now compared to last year?
Really, a lot of progress. And I've always talked about Tracy's such a great student of the game. He loves the game. He understands it. So it's easy to work with a guy like that. He's going to continually get better because he wants to talk football constantly. Tonio, kind of hit a wall, I think, at one point as a freshman last year, but he developed into that in the offseason in the spring. And they're friendly and they're competitive. The secondary is a fun group. I think it's a group that those guys really like football. They'll talk about it and work at it, and I think we're seeing improvement.
When a freshman at that position gets on the field, is it often a wake-up call about just what it's like compared to high school?
Yeah, there's no doubt. They realize quickly that it's not, hey, I can just go, I'm going to run around and go cover that one guy, and that's what I do. They realize the coverages have to be mixed up, and quarterbacks will pick your part. You can't just go out there and play one or two deals. You have to be able to play something. You have to be able to play. You have to be able to mix it up. So I think it is. I think that the detail, the attention to detail is usually what gets them. So, but they're willing to work at it, so they're all improving.
Mark, what's the challenge for your defense and also for the other defense and another team going against the Canes, knowing that they're a no huddle or a hurry up offense? What's the challenge even for you guys and for the opponent?
Yeah, find the ball, get the call. Find the ball, get the call. At the end of the day, after every play, again, if you're pursuing as hard as you can to the previous play, you'll be close to the ball when the next play starts. Get over the ball, get your eyes to the sideline, and get the call, and communicate loudly and clearly, and get lined up. So it's really finding the ball, getting the call, and communication.
What about conditioning-wise? Because sometimes if you guys, you're on the field faster.
Right. Absolutely, we have to be in great condition, and that's part of our philosophy of why we want to play a lot of guys. Again, they deserve it, they're going to play. And we'll play as many as we can play that deserve to go on the field and help us win.
I apologize if this was already asked, but just the pass rush. I was talking to Shayan. He said, you guys worked on a lot of technique stuff and over the spring, and then these guys worked on it over the off season. Just talk about what they had to improve on, how to get better in that area.
Yeah, again, it's about technique. I think I mentioned this the other day, and it's about each guy, sticking with what works in his toolbox. If he's not an elite speed rusher, then he's got to have a couple other things to it. If he's an elite speed guy, he's got to have one counter off of it. And just staying in their toolbox. You can't come out here and try to simulate 6 or 7 moves. You have to have, move and a counter move. What are your go-tos, and then really go ahead and work on that. And I think Jethro identifies that with those guys and said, hey, this is something I think you can do well. Let's keep that in the toolbox. If they master those couple of moves, then maybe we add a third and those sorts of things. So I just think it's about staying within who they are and as an individual, what their strengths are on the pass rush and working at it.
Who on this team would you classify as an elite speed?
Well, I think McCord and Muhammad are probably our fastest guys off the edge. Those are the ones that stand out right now.
2 more guys.
And then you're hoping to add Gilbert to that, obviously.
Yeah, obviously Gilbert, and again, pass rush can come from the middle too, and you have the ability on third down to move guys around. You have the ability to take some guys who are ends maybe and move them inside. Take some faster guys and move them down outside to get faster across the board. So whatever it takes, whatever it takes for us to get the best 4 to do that, and then get the best 4 behind them, you got to have depth there as well, because you need to bring in fresh rushers when it's a 2-minute situation. You need to, when you get a chance, the ball goes out of bounds or there's an incomplete pass, you got to run that next group on, so that you're not out there with tired guys. So we're going to need all of them to improve, and we're going to need to create a nice 2 deep for those situations.
Mark, what are the challenges for a team, do you think, to go against Duke and Steven? I know you're worried about your guys, but what do they present individually and together?
Well, just Duke. His versatility, and obviously his make you miss ability. He's hard to tackle, So, he's got great lateral quickness and burst and speed. So, and Steven's a really smart quarterback. So he's gonna look for the weakness in the defense and try to find that and exploit it. And obviously make the throws. So, obviously they're great players. We love having them on our team. It's fun for us to compete against them every day.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.